A quick little screencast to show you some things about screencasts. In the coming weeks, we'll be sharing some different examples of things, and it's important for you to be able to try to capture those things on your computer screen so that you can put them into your journals here in Seesaw. And there are four examples that I'm going to show you here just real quick, and I'll have links and a further description about them in Canvas for us as well in our module this week. And so just to start, I'm going to show within Seesaw. Again, Seesaw has a lot of great options here, and so again, if you're going to post your work, you have an option of doing a video. You just click on this video, and the thing that will pop up will be your camera. Just excuse the mess behind me, but moving my son back from school. So you just press one of these recording cameras and it will start the recording. It'll give you a countdown and you'll be good to go. The second one is QuickTime. And QuickTime is something, if you're an Apple user, it is already built into your system and it's free. So QuickTime Player, that's what I'm using right now to record this screencast. And here you can play videos, record, but you can do three different things with this. You can record an audio recording, you can record the screen, and you can record the video of yourself as well. So there's a whole bunch of different choices here, and you just need to do some little fine tuning, and I'll put a link to this page here where it gives you these different choices of selecting which camera you're going to use, which audio you're going to use, things like that. And so this will capture the whole screen or a selected part of your screen, and then save a file to your desktop or to your local computer. The next one will also do the same thing. Screencastomatic is free for right now. Actually, several of these have become free recently, but you'll see here too that it's available on whatever platform. Screencast-O-Matic is used oftentimes for on YouTube by people to share their screen and things like that, but you'll notice it's Windows, Mac, iOS, Android, Chromebook, and so on. So it is also really easy to use, and always, if you're in education and a student, always select that education option. Here it gives you some information about signing up, things like that, what it will allow you to do, and so on. And it also integrates with several different additional applications, things like Canvas, Schoology, Google Drive, and other apps as well. So there's a lot of great stuff here in terms of who's using it, things like that, different conferences that it helps sponsor as well. But I think what's interesting here is this top screen. Also, there's a tutorials for all these. There's different tutorials you can find on YouTube or just within their sites. And so for Screencast-O-Matic, they have some really it'll literally walk you through the welcome to Screencast-O-Matic, 2 minutes overview of the features, how easy it is to use, and so on. But there's also several other videos that you can watch as well to help you learn how to use it. The third option is one I actually just recently found out about. It's called Loom, and for right now it is free. They're cutting prices, removing limits, and it's free for education. And so this is free to sign up, and some of the interesting kind of neat things about this is that it allows you to let's go back to the previous screen there, to have a little image of yourself explaining as you're maybe going through a presentation, similar to like Khan Academy, where you can have the voiceover over a slide or things like that. And so there are these drawing tools that are built into it, but you can also record yourself having that either a static picture or an actual video of you talking through a problem or through something that we're going to be demonstrating or that you might use in your classroom. I think this is really kind of neat, and again, it's for Mac, Windows, and iOS. The difference here between QuickTime and Screencast-O-Matic are that those first two, you can save files locally to your computer. For Loom, they're all saved up to Loom's servers, and so it's a web-based system, and so it's not letting you necessarily keep the videos locally on your machine. It'll save them up to their web or into the cloud, where you can access them via a link. And so it's, again, super easy to use. I tried it out last night. Really easy to use. And then the last one, similar, both Loom and Screencastify are Chrome add-ons. And so if you're using Chrome in particular as your web browser, really easy to enable them. Loom, you're able to download kind of a local version of it for your computer, but then it's still saved up to the cloud. Same thing here for Screencastify. You can add it to Chrome. Again, very easy to use, simple to share. You're basically recording a video, it's saved to the cloud, and then you're providing a link to that for whoever you might want to see the video. So real easy for us to either share those links within Seesaw or Canvas as you complete the different projects that are coming up, and you want to show something that you're doing on the screen. So just thought I'd give you a quick overview. I'll have some additional information and links to each of these in Canvas, and just want to try to give you some additional resources as we move forward in the semester. All right, well, take care everybody, be safe, and talk to you soon.